Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining for our Oracle meditation this week. I'm Anna,
And I'm Mark.
and we are MARKANNA Wellness. So today, we did get a new deck in the last week. This is one that's been on our list for a little while because we have another deck of hers. But this one's called Devine Beloved. We also have the Divine Abundance deck by her.
We use that a lot.
That's one I've had a long time. So this was one I was ready to get and just took it off the wish list.
Yeah. We like collecting Oracle decks to make these videos also and just other events and workshops that we do. It's brings a whole nother element to it. We love how it doesn't matter who you are, where we go with the cards. When people pull a card for themselves, it usually hits like right on point of what's going on or what they want to bring into their life. So this is really cool to have this deck and see what pops up today.
Yeah, and something it says on the inside of the box is change me, divine beloved, into one who can allow love to lead my life.
That's so true. Us being Geminis, we are lovers. We just love life and everything about life. But there's that other side of us too that we're always like just kind of judging life a lot. There's so much out here to see and absorb and take in that we have to remind ourselves to be loving and to think with love first and be compassionate. So that's awesome. I love that. Divine Beloved. Let's see what pops up today. I've saged the cards and shuffling the cards. They feel nice and new. They smell new. It's like a new book. It's kind of fun. All right, let's see what we get. All right, we got authenticity. I can be my true self. Change me, divine beloved, into one who has the courage to be my true self. Allow me to honor my sexuality, desires, and needs as sacred expressions of your divine love. I mean, that sounds exactly like me. I'm always
I'm a
very
backstory too.
loving, and I feel like a sensual person too, which us being the lovers also that is a Gemini thing. We are just again very loving. And how that love can change us is so amazing. So let's do our little meditation on this authenticity of being our truest self. So just finding a comfortable seat here, letting our hands rest wherever they feel good. We've got soft hands, maybe letting our eyes softly close, or you can always keep your eyes open. And just tapping into our breath right away, the beauty of life, all the energy that comes in as we breathe in, so much to notice, so much to be aware of and to sense. And then as we exhale through our nose, we want to find a softness here, a release, and just noticing the difference in our breath here as we breathe in all that we want to bring into our life and everything else that we notice here along the way as we breathe in. And as we breathe out, we want to keep a strong spine, a strong core, but then exhale, soften our body around our spine, releasing thoughts and feelings, softening our body on our exhales. And then noticing that aliveness again on our inhales, everything firing up, so much to notice. And then on our exhales, we soften and release here into our seat, wherever you are, the space you're in, bringing a softness to that room. So the ground is soft, the walls are soft, the ceiling is soft. Our entire space is open and ready to receive our authentic self, our truest form, all our desires coming in on the inhale, And on our exhales here, releasing anything that feels like it's blocking your truest self. Anything here that's hindering you, blocking that sensuality, that fullest expression of love and life. Starting to release a little bit of that grip, that resistance here on our exhales. As we inhale, feeling more alive and ready to be ourselves, telling ourselves, I am here. I am ready on the inhales. On the exhales, releasing the expectation, the tension, whatever you're drawing in with the inhale, whatever it is you want to create, representing your highest self, your truest self, using those exhales here to release any blockages, any resistance. We no longer have to carry or hold that pressure, that weight. We can release it here on our exhale. And our inhale is so inviting, so magical. This life, this love coming in. And all the old junk going out on the exhales. So starting to notice here that we're building more of what we see in ourselves, what we want to represent on our inhales, only bringing that into our mind, into our heart, into our body, and this entire room, this entire space is filled with our authentic self, this trust, this love. On the exhales, we begin to notice less we need to release, that we only need to remember to inhale who we are, what we want to show up as. Exhales, release any doubt, any worry. Feeling lighter on our inhales. As we breathe in, we could say to ourselves, we are light. And as we exhale and release, we can say, I am dark. Noticing both sides of ourself, bringing it to a balance, to a neutral point here, where each inhale holds both that light and dark. And that exhale also here has that light, that dark, that softness. So as we open our eyes, inhaling, coming back, remembering it's about, to me, just not fighting so much everything that we feel or that comes up, really expressing ourselves in the moment changes our life so much instead of holding and carrying things or regret, resentment, or that we can't be our full self and truly express that. Some people may not be ready to hear it, or just can't meet you where you are, and that's cool. There's going to be other people out here that want to resonate with what you're saying and doing. So it's always work. We have to stay at it in each breath, bringing in only what we need. Exhale, release some of that old stuff, that stuff that feels heavy.
Yeah, this card, it just feels really timely too, because something that came up, I don't even remember how it came up last night, but I was reminded of the quote where it's like, be yourself because everyone else is already taken. So that just reminded me of that authenticity of just at your core being able to show up as yourself and not being afraid to have those expressions. And authenticity is also one of our values for our business because it's really important to us to show up in that way. for ourselves and for y'all. So I just love that this is what came up today.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun deck to use.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will see you again soon. We are about to move into Pisces season. So we'll probably do that after our next week's video. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great week and we'll see you next time.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.